Yeah, yeah. It's your boy Surreal in the building, baby. How we doing out there tonight, folks? Good, yeah. I'm feeling good. I hope you're feeling good. I'm feeling good. Yeah. A couple of my buddies said they want to start them a little podcast. Okay, let's do it. I say I'm cool with that. Yeah. Starting up the podcast. Let's talk about it. Hopped online and we really had to think about the topics before we started. Really made everything on point before we even got this shit going. Now we on this shit talking about how life been really going. I know it's been a long time since we met up on the ship. Now we really out here just trying to go and be equipped with knowledge and shit that we learned on the way with the life. You know we had to earn every righteous way for a man to learn how to understand what his life meant. And then we found out it's all about love. So we trying to spread that while we talk with the brothers. And now we have to really share with each other, so just hop on and you're going to really find out what it is. Yeah, the politics is nasty, economy is crashing. Man, they say we going to recession soon. So I'm trying to find out how to hold on to mine and hold on to yours till we find home. I'm feeling good, I hope you're feeling good. Just hop on the podcast, yeah. I'm feeling good, I hope you're feeling good. Just hop on the podcast, yeah. Yeah, I'm feeling good. I hope you're feeling good. Just hop on the podcast. Yeah, yeah, I'm feeling good. I hope you're feeling good. Just hop on the podcast. Yeah. Sit back, relax. They gon' tell their life story and tell you how it really been after they left deployment. I know it get hard sometimes, get tough sometimes, but they had to stay smart. And each of them just played their own part until they found out that them other fucking parts turned to a unit. Now they had to make it. Now we had to talk about it, man, it's amazing. The way we moved on from beginnings. It was hard time, now we talking about the finish line. And we gon' shine every time, so we might as well go and unwind. Yeah, and hop up on the podcast. Take your time, kick back, and you gon' have hella laughs. I tuned in right on time for mine, so you know I gotta come in for the vibes. Nice guys, served in the Navy, out there on them ships, the stories got crazy. But they gon' break it down real smooth. Track, string, and Joe, they showed you what's the move. I'm feeling good, I hope you're feeling good. Just hop on the podcast. Yeah, I'm feeling good, I hope you're feeling good. Just hop on the podcast. Yeah, yeah, I'm feeling good, I hope you're feeling good. Just hop on the podcast. Yeah, I'm feeling good, I hope you're feeling good. Just hop on the podcast. Yeah. Hey man, like I said, man, just tune in on the podcast, man. Sweat like a sailor. Man, these guys gonna be talking shit. Entertainment. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. It's your boy Surreal in the building, baby. How we doing out there tonight, folks? Good, yeah. I'm feeling good. I hope you're feeling good. I'm feeling good. Yeah. A couple of my buddies said they want to start them a little podcast. Okay, let's do it. I say I'm cool with that. Yeah.
buddy.
Look at that.
Hey, yeah, welcome.
Howdy. How you guys doing tonight? Well, hopefully you guys are doing good. All right, well, welcome everybody. This is the premiere. This is it. This is the big show, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Swear Like a Sailor. This is a very explicit podcast. We're going to be doing a lot of swearing here tonight. There's going to be a lot of fighting. I know it's just us three, but that's how we get down.
I don't know about the fucking part, Sting.
Sorry. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So welcome to the podcast. Like I said, it's going to be explicit. If you guys don't want to hear swearing, this might not be the place for you. We're going to be ragging on each other here and there. It's just us buddies bullshitting back and forth. So to give you guys an introduction, I'm your host, Brandon Stringer. I'm your host, Tatty Cactus. And we'll start off first in the top left corner. We've got our buddy Frank up here. So he is the gentleman hailing all the way from Alabama. Roll Tide, everybody.
Roll Tide.
He is the mastermind and unofficial CEO of Swear Like a Sailor. He actually dunked his first basketball in second grade, and he's the only man to ever have more country grammar than Nelly. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Mr. Frank.
How's it going, everybody? You can call me Franklin, track star. Just tell you a little bit about myself, keep it short and simple. I joined the Navy 2015. Met these two lovely guys, I shall say. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. We'll be glad to respond. I'm gonna let String take it back over.
Thank you. So beautiful introduction for a beautiful man right there. All right, second at the bottom. He's definitely not a guy that we want to keep waiting. We got Mr. Joe, ladies and gentlemen. He is certainly not least in the middle here. He's the man with the majestic mustache. So he actually just hit 1,000 followers on his OnlyFans today, so we want to give it up for that. He also works for UPS, so whether it's business or the bedroom, he's got a 5-star Yelp review delivering that package. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Joe.
Man in the brown here tonight. Yeah, it's Joe or Hobo if you want to call me by the stream name. I'm just happy to be here tonight. I really want to shout out Frank. I want to shout out our production crew as well, if you want to call it. We got Mrs. Noodle and Surreal, but Frank's been the big guy around, or I don't mean big, but you know, the influential part in the behind the scenes and everything. And now he's up on the big screen tonight, so I'm happy to be here tonight and excited to get this podcast going. Back to you, String.
Thank you. So, a little introduction about myself. You can call me String. We're going to keep it nice and short. Or Tatty Cactus, whatever fits. If you see me on Call of Duty, I am the turd burglar. So, won't get into that. But since this is the premiere here tonight, I just want to give a big toast. I actually DoorDashed both of these two gentlemen a little present to contribute to the toast. Mr. Frank, if you'd like to grab yours, and Mr. Joe, if you'd like to grab your present, it's nice and cold. It's going to get the blood flowing. We're getting the creative juices flowing here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So let's see what we got.
I've got the okay to open this?
Yeah, you rip it, baby. We live. Oh, yeah.
I just look at the top, but yeah, is that the same thing? Oh my god.
We got Booby in the chat. We got Cat in the chat. We got Noodle in the chat. Appreciate you all for stopping in.
Hey, Booby as well.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for all the comments and all the love.
I haven't seen one of these in like 4 fucking years.
Well, what a better time than tonight, am I right? So Joe, if you want to crack that open, I would just like to give an
option. I only get gold.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, Frank got the USA flavor.
I also got the watermelon flavor.
That
one was a given. I couldn't pass that up. So, hey fellas, I just wanted to say thanks so much for getting together and doing this podcast. I know Frank brought this to our attention and brought the opportunity before us. So good to be able to connect with you two. Just sit here and bullshit, get some funny words out about the military, and just chop it up. So, fellas, cheers. I'm looking forward to having a good night tonight. Let's get to it.
Yeah, ayo.
I wonder why, Cat. I wonder why I got the watermelon flavor.
We won't get into it.
That's wild.
So, covering this podcast tonight, this is a military-based podcast. Swear like a sailor, if you guys couldn't tell. McNew, thanks for the cheers to the war zone dubs. That's one of the big supporters over here. We're going to be talking basically about life in the military, life out of the military, kind of how we met, the bullshit that we went through, how we reconnected, how we're at where we are currently. We're going to keep it light. We're going to be sitting here bullshit and having a good time. If you guys have any questions, I know we're going to be throwing a little bit of military jargon around. I'm going to keep it as dumbed down and simple as possible when I talk about shit. That way, there's just full transparency. But if I say something that you guys don't know, just throw it in the chat. We'll make sure to answer it. We're going to be talking about something today called Captain's Mast. Now, what Captain's Mast is, it is basically court in the military. Now, all three of us have had the absolutely amazing luxury of going through the incredible system of court in the military. Some of us are undefeated, and some of us are just defeated. So we'll get into that here shortly. But before that, I just want to keep it light. You know, we're cracking some locos, drinking some wine. And first and foremost, Joe, Track, I want to ask you guys, is a hot dog a sandwich?
It's a fucking hot dog, if you ask me. It's a
well, that doesn't answer the question.
Definitely doesn't answer the question.
It's most definitely a fucking hot dog to me.
That's the politician answer. That's like what you told me the other night.
That's crazy.
So, I'm gonna.
You don't call it kind of dog,
been thinking about this recently, and about sandwiches because I love fucking food, and I think that I have decided a hot dog is a sandwich.
I think I'm gonna back you up here, man. I mean, you got the two pieces of bread, you got the meat, you get the condiments.
It's not two pieces of bread, brother. It's one piece of bread. It's one piece of bread.
Okay.
You got to hear the reasoning, though. What do you call a sub sandwich?
What do you call a sub sandwich? It's two pieces of fucking bread, my guy.
Huh?
You got top and you got bottom. That's two pieces. A hot dog, that motherfucker is sealed. One piece.
No,
you can't make a Subway sandwich with two pieces of bread. Subway sandwich comes in one piece. Opens it up. They put all your insides in there.
Well, then let me tell you, my guy, it ain't a sandwich. Because my subs are cut in fucking half. I don't know what fucking shit you got going on over there where they fucking cutting your bread halfway open and shit.
They got you. I mean, how do you get it in there? It's not a Hot Pocket.
No. Ain't no calzone either.
No.
Hey,
listen, chat.
I got a question for y'all, man. I got a question.
Ooh, McNude said, what's the most hot dogs you ever ate in one sitting? Now, that's a good question. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of feedback here. Joe and Trek, you actually don't know this. Me and McNude, growing up, did a little snack we called the Fat Attack. Now, what we would do is we would take a pack of Oscar Mayer hot dogs, right? It's 5 per sleeve, and there's 2 sleeves. We would each get one. You put all 5 hot dogs on the plate. You microwave it with a can of chili and a handful of shredded cheese on top. Throw it in there for about a minute and a half. You pull it out, mustard, ketchup, and you just raw dog 5 hot dogs. So I would say the Fat Attack for me personally would be the most that I've ever had. I'm no Kobayashi here or Joey Chestnut, but I throw them back. Joe, I want you to take over, man. What about you? Hot dogs in a sit. Rip it to me.
I honestly think I might puke from that story too. I honestly think I remember someone challenging me to a hot dog eating contest in high school, and I'm pretty sure I ate 9 with bun and all, but no ketchup, no mustard, just straight dog bun, water. You know, I was nasty in high school, but I think my high is 9.
It's disgusting, Frank.
Bro ate 9
Frank.
fucking glizzies, bro. 9 fucking glizzies.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're gonna have to change your name to the fucking glizzy gobbler, my guy.
The
Fucking
glizzy gobbler.
Oh my god. The most hot dogs I've fucking eaten is
If I get 10 votes, I'll change my name to the glizzy gobbler tonight.
Oh, all right. Here, so we're gonna move on. All right, I didn't mean to stir the pot too much here, but I am going to. Is cereal a soup?
No. Let's stop. I'm gonna stop you right now because I'm gonna end up fighting your ass over this fucking screen. All right. What's up with these goddamn food casts, man? You and your cereal. You trying to get in a fight? That's what you trying to get into. You gonna have our fucking stream fighting. I'm gonna fight you. And Joe just gonna be talking about eating soup as it's called a fucking cereal.
Let me take a step back.
He over here eating fucking one meat sandwich, fucking one meat sandwiches.
Okay.
Hot dog is a solid meat. It's got protein. It's got all the necessities.
We get it, Mr.
You can add your
Gobbler.
condiments as you seem fit.
We get it, Mr. Giz. Cereal soup.
All right. Here, let's move on. This is a military-based podcast. I apologize for the food questions. I'm apparently in the wrong.
It's your boy Booby, man. I ain't never mad.
Listen, my brothers, would you rather, while you were in the service, be able to A, grow a beard, or B, be able to smoke weed?
Since I'm black and I was able to grow a beard because of my profile shade shit, I would say smoke weed because I was able to grow a beard, you know. Unlike you unlucky fellas.
Wanting that profile to go up, huh?
Man, I had a shave three, which means, chat, I could basically grow what I have now. And that shit was like a no-go if you had any fucking facial hair.
Yeah. So, chat, just to shed light on this, in the military, everyone's clean-shaven. Except if you are African-American, you have what is called a pass, and you go to medical, you show them that you got some shave bumps on your neck, and they're like, hey, you don't need to shave anymore. Yeah, you got a little bit of razor burn. They're like, sweet, rip the beard, my guy. So, good fellas like Track get to go around stunting the beard.
Hispanics. I've seen one white guy, bro.
Folk did not get that luxury.
I seen one white guy, bro. One. My whole Navy career.
Probably one.
What a lucky fella.
I'll be honest with you. You guys don't know this about me, but when I was in A school in Connecticut, I actually had a no shave shit for a month.
Dude,
and I'll tell you what.
With so much shit in A school, though.
I was like, who did you fuck?
Yeah, it was a different world.
Shit?
But that being said, when I had my no shave shit, I grew my shit out for a month. I swear to God, I didn't get asked one single time if I had a no shave shit. And I thought about it for the rest of my career. Like, man, I should have just grown my shit out and ripped it until I couldn't rip it anymore. But I also went to Captain's Mast twice, which for anyone listening, I went to Navy Corps twice. I got a little bit of trouble, but I made it out of the gulag. So here we are.
Hey, I got a question for you fuckers, man. I'll let y'all pick the category for your question. You better yet? I'm gonna ask you one of them weird motherfuckers.
Is hot dog a sandwich? Is mayonnaise an instrument?
Actually, I'll go for real talk. All right, chat. So, if my ass can grab the fucking card. All right. How many times? Oh, that's a good question. How many times have you been in love?
Ooh.
Well, I'm going to start off here. I don't want to say strong, but I'm going to start off weak. I told my fiance today that I was streaming for the first time. I told her we were doing a podcast. Now, when I say my fiance, that leads me into the second part of my weak answer. I've only been in love once, and it is my fiance. I actually was never even attracted to any of the women prior to her. That was her enrollment. So there's a couple of dudes I seen on deployment where I had a little wandering eye, But females, no, it's been her. It's only been her. The love of my life. LOML.
Oh my gosh. There's some guys, hey, some of those guys are lookers, bro. You can't just stop and check them out. You know what I mean?
All right, Joe. What
There's a
about you,
reason.
man? How many times have you been in love?
That's a great question. I think all that matters, politician answer, all that matters is the last love you had. But no, I think truthfully, yeah, it's so crazy because truly, like, love changes as you experience it. But I guess I would say twice. I mean, I've been married twice, so I believed and thought I was in love with her. So I can't say that my feelings and emotions didn't last at that point, like I was in love. But now I can definitely say I wasn't in love then. But I mean, at the time I thought I was. But
not the twice. Not the twice.
Hey.
Okay, I can take that answer.
That's an honest answer, Joe, and that is very commendable. I'll cheers you on that, man.
I will give my answer, right?
Please do.
I will say I have been in love 4 times.
4?
You
He doubled me. I doubled you, and he doubled me.
I'm finna get you though. I have my lovely lady that I'm with now.
Don't say the kids.
I have my beautiful daughter, Jordan.
There it is.
I have my angel, Harmony. And I have my son, Kendrick.
Okay, that's respectable. Ladies and gentlemen, the family, man, Frank. We got to give it up for that one. Joe's the piece of shit.
Yeah, save my kid.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Over here making me look like a piece of shit.
Oh, my God.
All right. Let's move past this. We plead the fifth.
100%.
Oh, I think you'll respect this question. I'm gonna try to let you read it, bro.
All right, I'm gonna have to squeeze in close. Ooh, have you ever gone to therapy? If not, are you open to it? So I actually have a really funny story about this. When I was in A school, I choke slammed a kid. We had gotten into a little disagreement. I had choke slammed him. Whatever. My command had sent me to medical. Right? I wasn't sure what was happening. So I'm in this room talking to a lady, and we start going back and forth. And she's like, "So how do you feel about this? What led you to this?" I'm about 5 minutes in. I'm like, "Wait a second. I'm like, is this fucking therapy?" And she says, "Well, it's not fucking therapy. It's just therapy." And I was like, "What the fuck? What is going on here?" And she's like, "Well, this is voluntary. You don't have to be here." And I'm like, "So I can leave right now?" And she's like, "Well, your command wants you to stay." And I'm like, "But I can leave?" And she's like, "Yes." Long story short, I left. Cat stars. This was as a youthful man in the military. I was a mere 20 years old. My testosterone was so jacked up. I was humping everything besides a doorknob. Those days are in the past. At this age of my life, I'm a young, calm down family man. But that would be my only time that I have ever been to therapy. I will say, Joe, shed some light on us, man. What about you?
I've only been about once. I don't think I've been any other time, but actually we went to marriage therapy. I mean, if you want to call it that. It was more like a relationship type of thing before my girl and I ended up getting married. But yeah, we just met with a pastor a few times a week. If y'all don't know this about me, I am a Christian, so gonna throw that out there now. Might shed some light on some of my answers, but we went to or marriage counseling, whatever you want to call it. But we spent a few weeks there, and basically our pastor told us, "Hey, I think y'all are ready. Let's marry you guys." And we just went at it at that point, scheduled the wedding. But I mean, that was super insightful actually, because we went over this little booklet, and it spread a lot of Team Jesus. Yes, thank you, McNude.
Team Jesus all the way. Amen.
Exactly, all the way. He's the man. We went over a lot about our relationship, things that we had not even expected to be in our marriage. That like, yeah, maybe we knew deep down, but it's like, hey, this is how prevalent it is. We're talking to a dude who's been married for 30 years. Like, he probably knows what he's talking about, and living the type of life that we might want to live in the future. So that was super insightful, and so I would say that's the only type of therapy, like actual therapy, I guess, I've been to. But yeah.
I respect it. Track, what do you got, man?
Therapy, that should be my fucking middle name. Fucking Track Therapy fucking star. Therapy, man, I have been blessed to goddamn receive a lot of fucking therapy. I'm just gonna leave it at that because that answered the question. But
Okay.
I've had a lot of therapy. I will say that shit helps. So don't never try to handle shit on your own, because at the end of the day, as humans, we aren't able to handle shit on our own. And especially shit with the mental, that shit will fucking tie you down like a fucking brick. So get that shit out of your chest. If you gotta talk to somebody, talk to somebody. If you gotta, we have a Discord that we're gonna end up linking to our Twitch and shit and our social medias. If anybody have anything they need to talk about, hey, we are all ears. Because as veterans, man, we know that shit is a serious conversation, and we need each other more than we know it.
Yeah.
But to get off the touch, go ahead.
I'll say that as well, dude. There's times in my life where I wish I had went to therapy, looking back on it now, that I didn't, I mean, just being 100% real, there's times where it's like, hey, like, I could end it all right now, but we're not, like, I'm still here, thankfully. Nice kill string. And I'm happy I am where I'm at today, but there's definitely some points in my life where I'm like, hey, I definitely should have talked to someone about this. I definitely should have, reached out to someone who actually knows more than me about the situation, and knows that there's more to life beyond, what I'm going through right then and there. So I'm just happy I made it this far, and I mean, no looking back now.
Most definitely not, bro.
So listen, we're going to touch base on some mental health at the end of this podcast, guys. Cat Stars just said, not just vets, all people at all times. Listen, I'm not going to harp on it too much. I'm going to do about 15, 20 minutes at the end of this. We're going to talk about it. All three of us know somebody, have lost somebody who has dealt with suicide, mental health issues, you name it. Stuff's a real deal. Like I said, we're going to touch base on this at the end of the podcast, but I just want anyone who's watching this now to know, I personally, whether I know you or not, I would rather take a phone call at 2 a.m. and chop it up with you for half an hour, hop on Call of Duty, play till I can't keep my fucking eyes open, or whatever the case is, then here's something bad happen to you, God forbid. We're all going through some shit. Nobody's better than going to talk to somebody. It ain't a bitch way out. I know people make it seem like it's fucking crazy to go ask for help. It's not. Long story short, we're all here for you guys.
Most definitely.
This is a very, very lighthearted podcast. We're going to be talking shit, telling funny stories. I'm about to rip into one here in a second. But on the real, anything you guys need, throw in the fucking chat. Send us one of a message. Like, we're here, man. We're all people, too. We all go through some shit.
Most definitely.
Switching gears now, fellas. Cracking open the second bottle of wine. The first one was getting me loosey-goosey. This is the episode 1Captain's Mast.
Hey, bro. This watermelon.
Watermelon, baby.
It's fucking watermelon.
I don't want to keep you guys waiting, so we're going to talk about Captain's Mast. So for anyone who's just joining, anyone just listening now, Captain's Mast is essentially for the military.
Fucking therapy for that poor.
Cactus. Oh no. Listen, Tim. You survived Captain's Mast a couple of times.
Somebody said drunk cactus, bro.
Here and there.
Hey.
Not the drunk cactus.
So we got the Glizzy Gobbler
2020
and drunk cactus. I haven't got a name yet. So we got the Glizzy Gobbler and drunk cactus, man. I gotta give it to this guy, String, for a second. This guy is such an alcoholic. He makes his own fucking wine.
Hey, you want me to do you one better? He's such a drug addict. He grows his own fucking weed.
Oh, not on the podcast. I don't do that.
No. That's a seasonal thing.
Let's keep
Not at
it
his crib.
pushing. All right.
They got the chat have decided my name is Mayor Track. We got Drunk Cactus and Glizzy Gobbler.
Oh man. I'm gonna be honest, this episode's going so much differently than I could ever imagine.
I promise you, I'm gonna show up with 9 fucking hot dogs next stream, and I'm gonna eat them all before the stream ends.
We start with the hot
if you guys want to see that
next stream,
we will post that. We will post that video. We will post that video of this fucker. But to take it back to the topic of stream, let us hear how you almost got the boot, brother.
This is it, man. The captain's mast. This is what we're talking about. This is the meat and potatoes, ladies and gentlemen. You guys want to know, we hear it all the time, right? I'm sure as civilians, whatever the case is, you hear like, oh, so-and-so got a dishonorable discharge. They're done. Like their life is fucking over. You know, like you can't survive it. So we want to shed some light. So captain's mast, once again, basically you get in trouble with the Navy, whether it's you show up late to work, you miss a flight that you're supposed to go to out of country to meet up on a ship on deployment. You get caught doing drugs, whatever the case is, right? You have to go to a little bit of a judicial system. Now, there's a difference between a civilian judicial system that I want to lay out now. The civilian judicial system, you hire a judge, or I apologize, you hire a lawyer, and they are your advocate. Now, in the military, that's not how things work. The only person you hire is yourself and a little bottle of wine, as you guys see. So you, as an 18, 19, 20-year-old kid, represent yourself, right? And you are getting... So there's 3 layers, right? The first layer, you deal with chiefs. It's called DRB. Now, chiefs, basically think of that as your managers or branch managers. So those are kind of like your immediate bosses that you report to. Your second layer is XOI. Pretty much we'll call it the vice president, right? You're talking to the second in command. And then the third and final, this is the big kahuna. This is the great white shark. Captain's mast, okay? This is where you're talking to the captain of the ship himself. You're talking to the president of the company, right? And he's basically deciding, are you a piece of shit or were you just going through some shit, okay? I'm going to start you off strong here. I joined the Navy in 2015. Prior to joining the Navy, 2015, as many of you guys may know, American Sniper came out. Now, when I seen American Sniper, I thought, that's who I want to be. I want to be a Navy SEAL. That's who I am, right? So I went through the program. I went through MEPS, signed up. I did my physical fitness test. Now, I failed the swim multiple times over to get into BUDS, is what it's called. It's where the Navy SEALs go.
Oh, shit.
One of our members here is going to shine some light on that later on. So I keep taking it. I took about 3 or 4 different times. And they're like, listen, man, you're not making the cut on the swim, knocking everything else out. But you know what? I swim like a pig, you know. I'll stay afloat for a second, but it ain't that good. So they're like, listen, join the military, go to boot camp, and you can retake your test later. I was naive at the time, and I'm like, sweet, let's do it. So I go to boot camp, I get there, and I'm like, hey, I want to retake my test. They tell me, hey, that's not how things work. You know, you're fucked. So I'm like, okay, whatever. My contract was actually for submarines. Now, submarines and the military and the Navy are the weirdest group of people that you could possibly imagine. They are your hobo applesauces, you know? I mean, just absolute fucking losers, right? Just kidding. But,
Cat 3 stars says super nerds on crack. I fucking love it.
So I I get to A school. This is in Connecticut. And I'm going through this schooling with these submariner guys. He said, Track's sucking on the grape vape like it's the last one in existence.
Hey, technically, where I live in California, they just took these bitches off the shelf. I have a fucking fossil in my goddamn hand.
Dude, if you ever play video games with this guy, that's all you fucking hear. You'll be like running some crazy quads or something. You just hear, you know, like, dude, how the fuck do you have time to hit that shit right now?
Hey,
all right, so listen.
Don't understand.
So first Captain's Mast. So I'm in the school, right? They're telling me, listen, you're going on the submarine. You have 6 years in the military. Once you're done with that, then you can try for SEALs. In my mind, I'm like, yeah, that's not viable with me. So I go to medical. You can get out of submarines if you're claustrophobic and a couple other things. Now, this isn't advice, and I'm not saying this is what I did necessarily. But I apparently was claustrophobic. So my paperwork comes back. I give it to my command, and they're like, hey, don't sweat it. We're actually going to sign a special request that you stay anyway. So this goes back and forth. I go to medical a couple of times. I come back a couple of times. We fast forward, and I'm like, listen, this isn't my vibe. So I talked to a couple of different mentors, and one of my mentors had told me if I don't pass the class, then I don't go to submarines. And I'm like, you know what? I was never that smart to begin with, so this is simple. So I took a 150 question test in 2 minutes.
Holy fucking
and
shit.
That was my first Captain's Mast. So I had gotten pulled into a room after I had finished my test. I was informed, I got informed that I was going to be attending a Captain's Mast, and I went to DRB, which is the very first level. Basically, I'm talking to the managers. Now, when you walk into the room, you're in your dress whites. So you're in the typical sailor military uniform with the big crazy looking hat, that you'd see in the 1960s. And when you go there, basically what you're going to see is it's 5 people who have the biggest grudge against you in the world. And they're going to tell you how much of an absolute piece of shit waste of life you are, no matter what the situation is. So I am getting mentally, verbally berated for the next hour, right? They start going back, boom, 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 boom. It gets pumped up. Now I'm in the actual Captain's Mast. Captain asked me, what's going on? He was actually a reasonable fella. The 2 before it was basically, I was fed to the wolves. Says, what's going on? I said, I joined. I wanted to go into combat. I wanted to be a Navy SEAL. And he's like, yeah, well, that ain't happening. You're in submarines. And I'm like, yeah, well, I'll do anything besides submarines, And he's like, so what do you want to do? Do you want to go needle gun? You want to go paint the side of the ship? And I laughed and I said, I'm thinking to myself, like, well, that's not a thing. I've never even heard of a needle gun. And I didn't realize that was my immediate next future. But I was like, yeah, I'd rather do that than be in submarines. And he says, sweet, sign my paperwork, sent me off. That was my first Captain's Mast. So boom, I'm in Connecticut. I do this crazy cross-country road trip. I go to Washington State. I'm in, it's called TPU, it's a temporary processing unit. Basically, I'm just kind of hanging out, waiting to get flown onto my ship. We were going on this big aircraft carrier. And when I am in this little waiting area, they're like, hey, like, sweep the halls, fucking show up to work, do your shit. So I get there, they're like, hey, cool, do your thing, don't fuck up. Well, I forgot the second part. When I had finished my cross-country road trip, I arrived at Washington base, and I did a cross-country road trip, I'm driving for 12 days at a time or whatever, so I'm obviously going to have my pistol with me. I have a concealed carry license. I want to make sure that I'm safe going across the country. I didn't have much money at the time, so I was sleeping in gas station parking lots and Motel 6 parking lots. I wasn't even getting hotel rooms. So I get to base, and now when you get to base, you are subject to a random inspection. Now this only happens every 1 out of 1,000 people, so it's not something I'm worried about. But apparently, my odds are just incredible. So my first time on base, I get hit with a random inspection, and my pistol gets found in my truck. I had Jeep at the time. So they're like, hey, you're a fucking idiot, you know, da 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 da. And I'm like, yeah, like I was bringing it on base to get registered, which is the thing you can do. Whether it is what I was actually doing or not is kind of irrelevant. So they're like, hey, leave base. Don't fucking come back with this, and we'll assess this later. So sweet. I leave base. I had left it at a friend's house who lived in Washington. Joe knows who I'm referring to. We'll get to that later. And I go on with my life, you know? So then they're like, hey, great news. You are flying onto the John C. Stennis. It's this big aircraft carrier. They're on deployment. And I'm like, no way. Yeah, the CBN 74, baby. Cell Block 74. Let's give it up. Stennis. You know? So I'm excited. I'm really excited. So when I am sitting in TPU, right, I have a roommate. So consider it like you would have if you're going to college and you have a dorm, right, separated. So the kid that I'm with, he's like, hey man, we can drive my car. We can drop my car off my sister's. She will drive us to the airport, and then we fly. We were flying to Japan at the time. We'd fly to Japan, and then we'd fly from Japan onto the ship and meet the ship out deployment. Cool. You know, I got a roommate. He wants to drive me. This sounds really fucking cool. So mind you, I just got done with Mast about 2 weeks ago. We fast forward. We get in the car. We're packed. We're ready. We're in our uniforms. Japan, here we come, baby. Give me the sushi. Give me the little anime girls. You know, we're here. We get to his sister's house, and we're sitting on the curb, right? Like it's like a movie, like it's their flight, right? We're sitting on the curb, like damn, you know, waiting to get picked up. So 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes goes by, and his sister's still out there. So finally, I'm like, hey, when the fuck is your sister coming here? So this cat, he says, I forgot to text her. Joe knows the story, but Franklin, you know, this is Emmett Smith. Little Smith, short guy, right?
Yeah.
So he calls his sister like, hey, I forgot to text you. Come pick us up. She takes us to the airport. We are late to go on the plane. We miss our international flight to Japan. So I call base, say we missed our flight. They send us back. We go back to base. And here starts my second captain's mast. Okay. So it's about a week before it starts. When I get into the DRB, right? It's basically I'm talking to my managers. I had a girlfriend at the time. Okay. That's who I had left my car with. I had left my pistol with. So I go into DRB, I'm talking to the managers, right? And when I say talking, I'm not doing much talking. So I walk in, I start getting screamed at immediately. So it's 5 people sitting at a desk, and they're screaming at the top of their lungs, okay? Like, you fucking retard. You brought a pistol on the base. You think you're some John Wayne. You think you're hot shit. I'm like, no, like I traveled across the country. I was coming on base to register. It's a completely legal process. He's like, you're a fucking pussy. You probably can't even fight. You fucking fat. You're a bitch. And I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry. You know? Second chief chimes in. He goes, so what'd you do with your pistol? I said, I left it at my girlfriend's house. He says, you have a girlfriend? I said, yeah, you know. And he goes, she's probably getting fucked by the neighbor. And I'm like, oh, I hope not, you know.
Not
like,
Jody,
yeah,
bro.
He's getting banged by the fucking neighbor, you idiot. You know. Cat Star said, but he was a fat ass chief. He was. He should have been kicked out years ago. So.
Back to PSG.
Yeah. So I'm getting absolutely fucking berated. Just to like give you guys a brief preview of how that is. That's basically what it is, right? like you could give the right answer. 2 + 2 is 4. They're like, you fucking retard, and it's like you just get screamed at. So I go through that whole process. I finally get up to the captain, and he's like, listen, I believe you generally made a mistake, which it wasn't even on me. It was on this other kid, but they painted me as the bad guy because I just got kicked out of A school because I didn't want to be in a fucking submarine for 6 years like my recruiter didn't tell me about. I fly to the ship, right? Finally, this all blows over. I get let off the hook. As far as having bad luck goes, I did have bad luck, but I honestly had good luck. I made it out of Captain's Mast twice. Joe's got the shit on his head. I make it out. I fly to the ship. Lo and behold, I get sent to the division with these 2 idiots. I get sent there. I meet these 2 cats. And lo and behold, these 2 fellows ended up going to Captain's Mast later on in their career. So I am the anomaly. I went 2-0 with my Captain's Mast. I am undefeated. Listen, man, I got a silver tongue. I tell it like it is, and sometimes I have to tell it like it isn't. Get out of the situation. But I did 4 years. I got honorably discharged. I wasn't dishonorable. But that's it. So I made it out of the gulag, fellas. For anyone who plays Call of Duty, I went in, I went out, and that's it. Josiah, I believe I met you first. If you want to, so first off, when I got to the ship, Josiah said that I looked like a gay, and he wasn't going to be friends with me. But
not what I said.
That's what they said.
Not what I said. Nope.
Hey, so I'm gonna cut you off,
baby.
Joe. Sorry. We had Kat said that's how you met. I personally don't remember when I actually met these fucking alcoholic fucking guys.
Crazy.
But I'm sure they remember me because I'm so fucking amazing. So I'm gonna let Joe go ahead and start that.
You don't want to know what we say. You're so.
No, that's true. It's funny, Frank, that you say that actually, because I do remember when I met you. I met you the second day on the ship, and you didn't give me 2 seconds of your time because you were going straight on leave in the Philippines, I believe, and we were stuck on the ship. So, yeah, I mean, like String said, though, dude, our stories are completely different, but all intertwined in the same. So I went through a little bit different process. I did what String wanted to do. Just to let you know that chat can hear your typing. You fucktard.
I was going to text you that actually.
Okay, I'll never do it again. I'd like to deeply apologize. I am. Yep. Sorry.
Oh yeah, I'll answer Pat's though.
No.
We liked each other off rip though.
No.
You don't think we liked each other? I thought we liked each other at least.
I don't remember. I don't remember what the fuck they're talking about. I only remember hanging out with these guys, man. I don't remember us actually fucking meeting. It's only like a couple people on the ship that I remember. Like this motherfucker. Either they rubbed me but that's good because either you rubbed me the wrong fucking way,
yeah,
or you're my best pal.
I'm typing hands. Listen, so Smith, the kid that I got in trouble with, I went and I seen Senior Chief. I don't know if you know this track. So I seen the vice manager, basically, big kahuna, and he goes, Stringer, you're a lot of trouble, Stringer. He was this big jacked Filipino guy, And we were actually walking from third div to second div when we ran into you, Joe. And
oh yeah,
it was like, bro, like I went to butts with you. They started chopping it up. And
wait.
I don't remember when we actually started kicking it, but that was
this motherfucker was in Buds.
We went to the gym.
Yeah.
Joe, you went to
because
Buds?
He came down to the 5-4 birthing and was like, hey, I need a rack, which the birthing, by the way, I'll explain this for all y'all. It's basically like a big dorm room. They stack 3 people on top of each other like sardine cans. And, you stack like a good 25 of them in a good 20 by 20 space. It's super nice, super spacious. You get a lot of extra gas in your fucking sleep zone. That's what I'm saying. So, but, to continue my story a little bit, like I said, I had a completely different experience than String. I actually did what he was trying to do. I actually went to BUD, which stands for Basic Underwater Demolition. Fuck, what does the S stand for? It's been a long time since I've been in butts. So I went through that, went through 8 months of that program basically to become a Navy SEAL. Ended up getting dropped from that program, and sat in San Diego for a little bit. Just fucked around and watched Breaking Bad basically the whole time. I had to show up for muster every day, which is basically like attendance in school. You know, they call your fucking name and they say here. Um, and yeah, I mean, San Diego was a joke, and then I was shipped to Washington, uh, which my wife at the time, appreciate that, big dog. You're over there fucking typing, muting your shit. Um, but yeah, with my wife at the time, and we got on off base housing, got to move in and everything, and then boom, got shipped to Japan. Stayed in Japan for a good 8 hours, just hung around in the airport most of that time, and then took our flight out to the Philippines. Uh, and then the Philippines was actually pretty fucking cool. We stayed there only for a night before we met the ship. Motherfucking John C. Stennis, CBN 74, like you said. Um, and we went out, you know, just kind of went to the local bars. I was 19 years old at the time, so they didn't give a fuck, and it was a great time, honestly. Like that was the best time before we went on our next underway to get to Hawaii, which was sweet as well. Um, and oh, I forgot to say I flew into Guam as well. So actually, Guam to Japan to the Philippines, and then yeah, just put us up in a nice ass hotel. We had to pay for it, which is just the Navy shit, of course. So, but thankfully it was in man, what are those pesos? You know, so it was only like $40 in American dollars, so that was pretty sweet. But it was a nice fucking hotel, honestly. And then we drove 5 inches away from another car all the way back to the ship because that's how the Filipinos drive. And then we got on the ship. They basically said, "Hey, we don't have any paper." How you went to Mass? Oh, okay, I can do that. We don't have any paperwork for you guys. You guys are just gonna have to sit around on the ship while we're in port. And we were like, cool. So fast forward, right? So I've been on the ship for almost 2 years at this point, and let's just say I basically hated my life. It was a really good time. We were drinking Four Locos on the side of the ship while we were at work. We were really good
fuck?
sailors. I'll tell you that. And we
Can I stop you?
yeah.
Track seems very caught off guard. Did you not know this track?
Bro, unlike you fucking shitbags, aka shitty fucking sailors, I would never.
Oh, dude, we would literally pour Four Loco and a half in hydro flasks and bring them onto ships, and dude, we would fucking drink on the side screw.
Bro, that is fucking crazy.
Dude, I just deleted my Snapchat, got a new one back,
Yeah.
and I had this old video. I'm sure String still has it or Cheesy has it, and dude, there's one of me literally. I'm pretty sure I'm a little faded on the side crew, and I'm literally like just running my head into
I have it.
yeah, into a piece of wood, just like, oh, I'm gonna break this, and fucking O'Bree's knees drops the fucking plywood and I fall flat on my face, dude. Dude, it's a great fucking video, honestly. We did crazy shit on Sides Crew, honestly. But so once again, fast forward, we got this off-base housing, right? My wife at the time, she was working at some firefighters station up in Port Ludlow. So, dude, she was 2 hours away. I saw her throwing parties every time she was gone. You know, having tons of guys over, some bitches as well, but you know what I'm saying. But I was a pretty good guy for the most part. But we definitely got into that. That's the video right there. Hold on. Let's see if it runs back. There's me running headfirst into a piece of plywood. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, that's side crew for you, baby. That's cheesy as well at the end of that video, man. He's another one of our good buddies. Another guy who would do the deeds with us on the side crew. But yeah, so we have these crazy parties, dude. I mean, we were doing coke, we were doing acid, we were doing a little bit of everything. We were drinking. I was 20 at the time, not even legal age of drinking, and we were probably doing, I don't know, anywhere from a 15 to a whole 30 rack a night, like individually / together. So it was a good time. But
let me clarify some shit. Let me clarify some shit. We weren't doing anything. Your ass was doing some coke. Yeah. Your ass was doing some acid.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. This is not involving the people in front of us. I'll say someone like, hey, me and String, like we were fucking girls in the back, because that's what. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But no, it was me and a few other sailors as well. So basically, we get caught up all of this shit, and I can be nude for you, baby. But we ultimately got caught up because some guy took acid once again in the barracks, which is basically like a bigger berthing. It's got 150, 250 sailors all packed into this big 9-story tall building. Decided to take acid, and he ran around the hallways butt naked, knocking on people's door, thinking that there was bats all over him, saying the same number, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, all over and over and over again. So, which String's got a great part to that story as well. But basically he gets brought in, right? Because he's high off his fucking mind, and decides that decides that he should rat on a few people, and maybe it was in his mental state at the time. Maybe he was just like, hey, I think I remember hearing a little bit about how he was coerced into saying that he was like, hey, the Navy was like, hey, we're going to give you a better discharge. We're going to get you out sooner if you rat on some people. Like, tell me who you were doing drugs with. Tell me who you bought the drugs from. This, that, and the third. So we ended up going through a few people. He ratted on some people. He ratted on another person. And then it got to the big dog, and the big dog ratted on like 25 sailors at the time.
Who's the big dog, Joe?
I'm not going to say his name, actually, fuck that guy. His name was Feltner. And he actually was an undesignated with us, which I'm sure we'll go over that. That basically means you don't have a job in the Navy. Like String was touching on earlier, you're needle gunning, you're painting the ship, you're doing all this stupid shit that nobody wants to do. But basically, he rats, and got 20 other people called in. And so, dude, me at my 19, actually, I might have been 20 at this time. And he ratted on a good 25 sailors, and we all get brought in the next day, right? And I don't have. We get a little bit of preemptive notice, like, hey, you're getting brought into security for drug charges. And if I'm not wrong, String literally says, give me your phone. You're not going to want that when you get down there. It's just going to get you in more trouble. So I give him my phone. I think Ben gives him his phone, and we go down. And they sit us in front of, this is just the investigation part, and they sit us in front of 2 MAs, just asking us questions, and the whole time I'm fucking denying it. They're like, nope, this never happened. I don't know who that fucker is. I don't know who that person is. And they're like, hey, dude, like, we got evidence, like this, that, and the third. I'm 20 years old hearing this and saying, I hear them saying, hey, you're going to get kicked out of the Navy if you don't. And I still had aspirations of going back to Buds. So that definitely influenced my decision at this point. And at that point, I admitted it. I was like, yes, I've done drugs. I don't know about any of these fuckers. They're obviously all on drugs, so you can't trust a word they fucking say. Take me up. So I go to DRB, as String said, get fucking yelled at by chiefs over and over again. I can't believe you did drugs. I can't believe you defaced the Navy like this. Like, how the fuck could you do this? And you basically just sit there at parade rest and say, thank you for being so honest. I really appreciate your feedback, and I'm going to try and do better. Boom. I actually skipped XOI, never went to XOI, went straight up to Captain's Mast, which Captain's Mast, I think they were trying to push this process through because there was about 50 of us sailors all getting kicked out. Sneak peek, I got kicked the fuck out. And so we go straight up to Captain's Mast, right? Which actually, our captain, I think, was the same one you went to second Captain's Mast with, String. Or maybe the captain had changed at that point, but he was actually a cool fucking dude. Once again, he wasn't the worst 06, which is a rank in the Navy.
Which captain was it?
It was like Hoffman or something like that. Hoffman?
Was it the one who always started the morning agreements?
That's like, an XO. That's the XO.
No, that was the XO.
Yeah. He was the one that got caught. There was a big scandal. It was like a big meme on Facebook. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Where he was staring at the chick's ass?
Where he was staring at fucking Roll-ass ass.
Shut
just
the
like,
fuck up. No, it wasn't.
I swear to God.
It wasn't Roll-ass ass.
No,
I swear to God.
No.
Bro, I swear to God, because they tried to send the person to Captain Mast of the media that took the picture and put it in our little newspaper.
That's hilarious.
Because Deck is in charge. Deck is in charge of what is it? Swim call.
Swim call?
Yeah, that's what he did it at.
Oh yeah, real quick, Joe is slacking on the logo. Pound that shit, Joe. Here, cheers. McGood, thank you for the accountability.
I honestly read that and I thought it said sucking on that logo, like I was doing good, but
okay, we got another follow coming in. Appreciate the follow, 1017.
Look at 1017 coming in hot.
Hey, appreciate the follow, but yeah. So it went Navy wide. Dude, so realistically, when I was thrown out of the Navy, this did go Navy wide. There was 50 plus sailors that were all kicked out of the Navy within a month. They all went through this massive investigation, everything. They were trying to get every single fucker out. And most of them were on the Stennis. If I remember correctly, there was a few that got ratted on the Nimitz. There was a few that got ratted on board or on shore duty and stuff like that for dealing and stuff like that. But yeah, we get up to Captain's Mast. Dude, they're shoveling us through. So totally opposite experience than what String had.
Yeah.
I had, in Washington. This is in Washington up at the Bremerton base. And this is, so yeah, we get up there. There's 50 sailors going through this process. It didn't all happen at the same time. It all happened within a good, probably 2 months of each other. But it started with the first one, guy getting naked in the barracks and running around. To the last guy, who the fuck knows who it is, it doesn't matter. He's probably a fucking bum.
I think that person you know very well.
The last does he live with me?
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Because he went UA.
might have been the last person kicked out of that time. Who knows? It's up for speculation. But so we get up to Captain's Mast, and this guy is like, he's been a cool XO this whole time, dude. I've seen him walk in the P-ways, which is basically like our hallways, classroom, you'd think about your 12-foot hallways, just shrink it down to 2 feet. That's how you got to walk on a ship. And So we're in the P-ways, and he's like, "Oh yeah," telling us, this is a great fucking spot, this and that. He's looked me in the eyes and told me I was a great fucking worker in the fucking eyes. And then he lied on my face at Captain's Mast and told me I was a piece of shit. Every single person in there was a piece of shit, except for, I don't know if I've ever told you this, I went to Captain's Mast with Devendorf as well.
Shut the fuck up.
Dude, Devendorf, I don't remember what he did. Dude, it was such a great time because he was sitting there talking to the captain the whole time. And he just sat there, pleading his case over and over again. And we're just sitting there like, dude, we're getting out. We've already accepted this fact. Like, hey, there's no future for you in the Navy. Like, you have to get out now. And so they expedited our process. They, once again, like, it was a lot more like a DRB where he was like, hey, you guys really, put dishonor on the Navy's name, and we're getting you out as fast as we can. We don't want this on our name. You guys are out. So I did not get a dishonorable discharge, as Kat said earlier. Those are really fucking hard to get. But I got
that wasn't Kat. That was it's your boy Booby.
Say what?
It's your boy Booby that commented.
I'm so sorry, Booby. It was
fucking dick.
It was like 50 minutes ago because your fucking story took so long.
Joe ruined the entire chat. On the stream.
Okay, goodbye. But thank you, baby. This is crazy. Hey, I just want to show you what my wife showed up with. This is a hot dog.
Hey, the glizzy gobbler.
Hey, real quick. We play a game. It's called What Are the Odds? It's something that we're going to touch on. So basically, you would ask a question, right? And it goes in difference of severity. So, like, what are the odds that you swallow a hot dog whole? Like, it's not too crazy. It'd be something like 1 in 10, as opposed to, like, what are the odds you go rob a bank?
Let me give a great example, Stream. Like, since Joe been slacking on that fucking can over there, I'm empty. I'm going to give him what are the odds out of fucking 5?
I have to choose the odds.
I don't give a fuck. Nope, fuck that.
The person always chooses the odds that is doing the deed.
Nope.
I'll give you 1 out of 10.
Okay.
I know your fucking question.
1 out of 10. He said 10, guys. So, as String was saying, what are the odds is basically a somewhat lucky guessing game. If I guess the same number as he guessed, then he have to do the odds of what I asked, right? So his odds is, what if you smash that fucking loco, finish that bitch, and just... And he already said 10, buddy, and I'm pretty fucking good at it. So, Stringer, give us a countdown, man.
All right, guys. So this is what are the odds. You guys hear it here first. So I'm going to count down. Basically, it'll be a 3, 2, 1. When I finish my countdown, these two cats are going to say a number 1 through 10. If they say the same number, Joe is legally obligated by law, or he will be dishonorably discharged from the Navy, that he has to finish his 4 loco. Okay? And I agree with Cat Starts here. If he doesn't get it, Frank has to take a shot here. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks, Kat.
What?
Yes.
I double down. I won't immediately. No. We got rules to this shit. I'll double down him at 5 for a shot. Count us down, String.
That's acceptable.
Yep, that's acceptable.
That's acceptable. All right. So I'm going to count down 3, 2, 1. This is for Joe to finish the gold 4 local. Ladies and gentlemen, are you two ready?
Yes, sir.
Yep, 14%, by the way.
Let's rip it. 3, 2, 1.
6.
5.
Fucking bitch!
It's 1 through 5, you stupid fuck!
You said 10, whore. I said 5.
You said drop it down to... Oh,
I said double down to 5, you fucking...
Frank was saying drop it to 5 for the shot.
Now I get a redo since you've been since you was a retard. I get a redo, and we're going to 5.
That's good. Okay, now you got to take 2 shots since you fucked up the first one.
I will take the 2 shots. If I don't get your number out of 5, I will double down you to 2.
I love it. Ready?
Yep, let's go.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
3.
4.
Go ahead, count down again. Out of 2, Joe, for my 2
I'm
shots.
not done.
Joe, for my 2 shots, double down. What are the odds out of 2?
Listen. Let's clean house here, fellas. Let's run a clean game here. I don't want no sassafras. You guys ready?
Let's go.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
1.
Oh, fuck you.
That's the Ripper, baby. McNude says, what are the odds string
I'm
cracks
asleep.
another bottle of wine?
I'm
I'm
asleep.
going to be honest.
You lost twice.
Hey, Joe, just for the spirit of the stream, McNude asked, what are the odds I crack another bottle of wine? I'll be honest with you. So I cracked a bottle of wine at 8 p.m. It's now 11, so it's only been 2 hours. It's nothing astronomical. No, I don't want to. I'm not trying to glamorize this by any means. I did want to get nice and loose for the podcast, so that's what this is. It's just a little loose.
Grab
juice,
another bottle,
you know?
biatch.
Yeah, well, we got to play what are the odds here, okay? This isn't advocating for drunk driving. If you guys are drinking and
I'm gonna
driving,
ref this one since I lost my fucking 2 shots, right? I'll get it after this shit. So, McNude, comment in the chat that you're here right now, right? And then once I see your chat, I'm gonna start counting down from 3, 2, 1. You're gonna fucking send your number. We're gonna give this bitch a fucking 10, right? So out of 10,
hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
3.
Hold on. Let him know what what he has to do. So he has to call number 1 through 10.
Okay, yep. 1 through 10, McNude. And now
I'm gonna
chat.
call a fun one that I know everyone picks.
I already know what you're gonna say. All right, send us another chat, and that'll start the countdown, McNude. And we're waiting on McNude. Send us another chat, and we'll start the
Ladies and
countdown.
gentlemen, the Nudester.
The Nudester.
He's ready.
3, 2, 1.
7.
If he types 7, you're fucked. I don't give a fuck.
If he types 7, I'm gonna butt chug one live on stream. He says 4. Come on, man. You don't choose 4.
I would have fucking cheated.
Literally gave you the number.
Come on, man.
I would have cheated my fucking ass off.
Hey, you know what? Get him out of here.
Give him the fucking boot, man.
Dude.
All right,
Dude.
but
Dude, delete it. Put 7 quick.
I think we're the only ones that can delete the chat.
Yeah.
Okay. I had never seen before. All right, listen, Joe. Let's finish the story. Listen, the next. What are the odds? I'm choosing 7. I'm just kidding. I can't say that.
Okay.
Down with my fucking 4 Loco.
Joe, finish that shit, you fucking pussy.
He already did. He crushed one. He's on the second one now. Hey, fellas, real quick.
Okay.
He said, McNude said 4 plus 3. Listen, fellas, I just want to give a cheers. I'm glad you guys got your 4 Locos. This is my first time door dashing across country. I'm glad this worked out.
Who y'all?
I'd like to give a shout out to you for getting your own 4 Loco. Joe, I would like
Shut
to
the
give a
fuck
shout
up,
out
Noodle.
to Miss Noodle.
Shut the fuck
getting
up,
hers.
Noodle.
Track.
I tried to distract my way out of that shit, man.
No, hey, Track, do us a favor. Go get them shots. Hey, listen, Track, I'll rip a shot with you, baby. Go get your shots. Joe, in the meantime, let's get a little cheers here for you, man. Hey, I'm glad that we were able to get the stream popping. Does anybody have any questions? Cheers. Does anybody have any questions as far as these 2 Mast stories go so far? Like, I know we covered a lot of information.
Hey, let me finish mine. Okay. So basically, we go through Mast, right? You stand what's called restriction, right? So basically, you're doing sweepers all day, which is where you're taking the fucking push broom and you're sweeping P-ways, like I said earlier.
All right. If the chat can guess,
if
the chat can guess what I'm drinking, we will do a. Finish me out, big dog. What that boy said, sweepers.
We will do a what?
Gift.
Sweepers, man, your brooms.
for the merch.
We'll do a what?
Giveaway. We'll give a merch giveaway if somebody in the chat can guess what I'm drinking. Wrong. I'm gonna count down from 10.
Okay, if I guess it, does
No,
that mean I get
bitch.
merch?
No, bitch, because I already told you what I'm drinking.
All right, fine. So, hey, we don't have one of our members here. Just kidding, he's back.
I will restart the countdown. All right, so chat. If somebody can guess what I'm drinking.
Hold on. Look at McNude's comment.
I'm going to say fuck you guys, but I'm going to count down. If you can get, if somebody in the chat can.
45.
I know, right? Well, that's fucking crazy. If somebody can get, I'm gonna start my countdown again.
Hey, just to let you know, I'm on the second glizzy.
I bet you fucking are.
Well, hey, hold on. What are we counting down for?
I would have gave it to you if you could have got the brand.
Just start fucking counting.
He said E&J.
Holy fuck! I haven't drunk
the Erkin jerk. Cat.
That Erkin fucking jerk, man. That Erkin jerk, bro. Oh my god. Fuck that shit.
Hey, listen. Let's get back on track. There's no countdown. Rip a shot, baby.
Let's go.
You're gonna take a nice drink.
I thought you taking one with me.
Lizzie.
I thought you taking one with me.
Once again, I stood on restriction. I was high the whole time on restriction. That's how much of a shitbag I was. I was literally smoking dabs the whole time while I was on restriction, going to do stuff. End of story. I got kicked out of the Navy, got an other than honorable discharge. It was a great time, honestly. I got out, divorced my ex-wife. That's more stories in the future. But we're going to get back to it. We're going to get to more stories. We're going to get to track drinking. Back to you, String. Please lead us in the right direction.
I apologize. I've been muted this whole time.
No, you haven't.
I'm not going to lie.
No, we heard you.
I don't know how it happened, man. I'll be honest with you, man. We're 2 bottles deep right now. Anything can happen. Listen, the Erkin jerk, the Colt 45, the Henny, the Ciroc, those are all good answers. I feel like they're pretty specific here, though.
10 tried to get it with that Tennessee.
Ooh. Listen.
I lost my vape.
Alabama kid.
Joe, are you done with your story?
Yep, I just finished up. Quick recap on the end. Quick. But yeah, no, I'm done. Please take it away, Strike.
Hey, I want to ask real quick, Joe or Trek, do you know who 1017 is?
No, but I love this fucking pickle I'm about to eat.
Yeah, Joe, don't answer. Trek, do you know 1017?
Yeah, Navy.
Oh, well, I figured because he said sweepers, so I started laughing my ass off.
Yeah.
Nude said, "Is there a shorter version of
these
stories?"
I know how to fucking articulate some fucking stories.
I apologize.
So, we're gonna start with my motherfucking Captain Mast. I am fucking 1 for 2. So I went to Captain. I'll tell you, I didn't even go to Captain Mast, my second one, but I will tell that one first. My first one, they tried to hit me with fucking fraternization. And, as a civilian, you should know what that is. That's basically sleeping with somebody in your chain of command, which is somebody you work with, higher up. They tried, but they had no evidence because, they didn't have any evidence. So that was my first case. That got stopped at XOI. I won't go into detail. If, a story comes in the future, we might go there. But my second Captain Mast, I would give somebody a chance to guess what I got sent up for. I wasn't a fucking druggie like some people I know.
Drinking Henny on watch.
Stop it. Drinking Henny on watch for sure.
Most definitely playing this all the way. But I got sent up for Captain Mast for of course 10, you son of a bitch. Wow. You just picked a black guy stealing something. Out of all charges you can give me, huh? Just the black guy stealing something. Okay, Mr. McNew. But no, I got hit with a assault and battery. Hey, baby, you know my vape point? Can you see if I left it in the kitchen?
Track, I thought we established this. Come on, man.
You motherfucking right, but I need my vape for this fucking story. So I got hit with get the fuck on. Man. I got hit with assault and battery because
shocked.
Yeah.
Okay, the 7-Eleven employee, everybody.
So we were getting ready for a PRT weigh-in, which is basically our physical exam, and it just makes sure we're not too overweight to even take the physical exam, which is really fucking stupid. Because if a fat person can run it, they can run it. But anyways, so we were getting ready. I was in the berthing, which Joe said is basically like a fucking mini dorm, 3 motherfuckers stacked on top of each other. We had a couch in there. I'm sitting on the couch. We have this rule. It's called fives. If you call fives, you have 5 minutes to get back to your seat.
I forgot about that shit.
So I called fives before I got up, which means I had 5 minutes to grab my shoes and come back to the couch to sit down. Because there's a lot of motherfuckers in there, and it is only fucking 2 couches. So I go back to go sit down, and I see this fucking jackass sitting in my seat. I'm like, okay, bro, I called fives. Get the fuck up. And then he goes back and forth with me talking about, no, you didn't, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, we get to the end of the conversation. I'm like, bro, you got 2 choices. Either you're going to get the fuck up, or I'm going to get you the fuck up. So obviously we already know what the motherfucker picked. But this motherfucker decided to say, if you say please, I will get up. And at this point, it's about pride. They said the chat is muted. The chat is motherfucking muted. Shouldn't be. Can you guys hear us?
I keep muting myself, honestly, because I keep eating these glizzies. So that's the only reason why I'm muting myself.
Dude says he can hear us. Thanks, dude. Cat stars, can you hear us now? I figured guys, not guts.
But so
pretty sure I tell this from my guts. So.
Yeah. So this motherfucker tell me, if you say please, I get up. I'm like, bro, I'm not finna beg for my seat that I call fives for, you know? So at this point, now I have a decision to make. Either I be a bitch and beg for my seat that I was already sitting in, or I just manhandle this little motherfucker and get him out my chair. So obviously we already know what the fuck I picked. I picked this motherfucker up, move his ass. They say I threw him to a locker. I didn't do that shit. I just dropped the motherfucker, and boom. And then next thing you know, I'm getting hit with a fucking assault and battery, and they tried to kick me out. I got the captain's mask, and I was a fucking... Look at this motherfucker talking about I threw him. I did not throw him. Anyways, so I get the captain's mask, and I at this point, only thing that saved me from getting kicked out of the Navy was all the hard work that I had put into being in the Navy. So I get there, and the captain's like, we want to kick you out. And then that's when my warrant officer, which is in charge of my entire division, which is basically like a boss in the civilian side, he just basically says, hey, no, hell no, you're not getting rid of my best fucking sailor. I understand he fucked up, but that's not going to happen. So he ended up saving me from getting kicked out of the Navy. But at that point, I had so much internal shit going on with my division that I was ready to go the fuck home. So basically, I did my time, got the fuck out, whoop de whoop. And that is my captain's mask story. Which is some bullshit, but you know, it is what it is. Lesson learned, don't put your hands on people regardless of how much they try you. And in the Navy, motherfuckers will try you left and fucking right just because.
For sure. And I mean, just making sure, like, confirming on that story, you were not kicked out for that scenario, correct?
No, I did not get kicked out. I served my 4 years with the honorable discharge. I did leave the Navy as a HYT, which is a higher tenure, because I did lose rank. They took my rank, they took my money, and they put me on fucking jail for 45 days.
No, that's wrong, Booby. We didn't all get kicked out.
No. I didn't get kicked out. String didn't get kicked out. Only this druggie down here got kicked out.
Hey, thank you for putting me on the bottom. I'm on the bottom of the list, for next hired. Yeah, I'm fucking out, dude.
Yeah, listen, Booby.
I served 2.5 years, dude. I was doing fucking drugs. I didn't do what I wanted to do in the Navy, so.
So I just want it to be known too. I didn't clear this with these guys before I talked about it. Joe and Track were two of the hardest working people that I knew in the Navy. Like when we had, so let me tell you something. Fuck you. So when something is assigned, like a task, right? Like, hey, like paint this wall, sweep this place, whatever. The majority of people are gonna be like, hey, like I'm gonna fuck off somewhere for 2 hours. Somebody's gonna get it done. The somebodies were Joe and Track. So these guys busted their asses off. 10 taught Track how to shine his boots. I believe that.
Only thing that motherfucker taught me is how to wipe his own ass, because that's motherfucker the only thing he can do right.
I can't hear you, Track. Fix your mic.
We can't hear you. We don't want to hear you, man. Get out of here. Cut him. Cut his mic. Listen. So these two cats were some hardworking individuals. I think all three of us got dealt some unfortunate hands. And whether you guys want to say like, oh, you caused it upon yourself, like Track for wanting to scrap somebody over it in a low key sense, me for kicking it with an idiot, Joe for doing some little shit. Listen, man, it's the military. It's basically like a college, but where you're working and getting told that you're a piece of shit on the daily.
Yes, sir.
So shit happens, man. So I personally, right, it's a job. It's your job. You do some stupid shit. I get it, man. These two cats right here, I can't speak highly enough of. I mean, they busted their ass. They got some shit done.
Appreciate that, man.
I don't know if we were trying to say this for a later date, but Track, this big black motherfucker, he's like 7'2". This motherfucker's so tall. He has never had to stand on his tippy toes to wipe a ceiling fan in his entire life, I promise you. So he was in security, right? So he was the guy with the gats, right? Bing, 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 bing. This man, Joe, he was trying to go into buds. He was on the track to be a Navy SEAL, right? These two cats were with the shits, okay? These were two hardworking individuals, right? Some people just get dealt unfortunate hands. Me, personally, I got dealt an unfortunate hand. I was dealt too good looking. I know it sounds silly. But if you look at me,
I know you did not tell this whole story.
You understand that, right?
Good, man.
If you look at it, you understand it, right? Like, it's a blessing and a curse, And if you knew what was going on downstairs, you'd really understand. I mean, it's a curse. I got people knocking at the door day and night. It's a
Appreciate
problem.
that shit, Booby.
Thanks, Booby.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are just, but honestly, all jokes aside, I can't sing higher praises than these two individuals. I mean, these motherfuckers are just, they're funny cats. They busted their ass. But long story short, all three of us, right? All three from different parts of the country, like vastly different. I'm from Michigan, from the Midwest. I'm a Midwest cat. Grew up downriver, which is like a Metro Detroit area. Moved out to like a country area, experienced some of that. Joe, he's seen some of the Washington area, so
down, baby.
Yeah, I'll let him take it. And as far as Track goes, he's a Roll Tide native. You know what I mean? He's an Alabama Roll Tide till we die.
Fucking Alabamian, cut me out, fucking bleed crimson.
He's a Crimson Blood, baby.
Yes, sir.
So we all have these different backgrounds, but for some reason we all connected and came together, and I just think it's super cool. But for whatever reason, we all went through the same process. We all went through Captain's Mast. The Navy is relentless. It's gonna put you through the shit. It's people don't think about the military like this, but it's politics, man.
Most definitely, bro.
It's big time politics. So we all had different stories. We all were covering some different shit. Do you guys have any questions? I know we covered so much fucking shit. Like it could be something stupid like, why is Joe so ugly? And honestly, I can't answer that for you.
You know what's hard out here for a pimp?
Hard out here for a
pimp.
pimp.
Make them run it for a man.
Ooh.
The Cadillac gas money spam.
Please, somebody shut his ass the fuck up while Stringins dancing like a fucking typical white guy. What the fuck was that, String?
Oh, me? Well, if you couldn't tell, I have no melanin. So, I mean, I tried to get tattoos. I tried to get some melanin, but it didn't cover it. So, I got the
hit that on the track, too. I mean, honestly, dude, I haven't drank in over a month, so appreciate you guys hanging with me.
This bro is lit.
On my second Four Loco.
Hey, does anybody have any questions?
I'm with you, Joe. I'm with you. Yeah, this is the perfect time for a Q&A. If anybody if we said some jargon that you didn't know what the fuck we were talking about, perfect time to fucking ask what the fuck we were talking about. Yeah, I'm sure all three of these fucking boxes.
When is the next podcast?
It's gonna be we might have to change up our schedule. But we're gonna have to do one later than what we expected, just because we have some milestones that we need to meet. You know.
You mean earlier, right? Because we gotta hit. I mean, hey, I'm gonna be honest, guys. We want to hit 50 followers in the next month, so we are trying to get a good amount of followers. Like, tell your friends, tell your homies to come watch us. The next podcast is scheduled for 2 Thursdays from now. I can pull that up.
It's got to be sooner. Honestly,
I mean, yes. No, the next real podcast, I feel like, but we've talked about doing some other stuff in the next few weeks. Correct?
I'll tell you what to make it simpler, bro. We're gonna end up showing all our socials. Just send us a follow on that bitch, and we will let it know to when our next podcast is. It's gonna be sooner because we just have so many milestones to hit, just so we can start pushing this through. You know, getting some good feedback from the platforms.
I'm saying that our next podcast is 2 weeks from now. Not next Tuesday, but the Tuesday after that. That's the next scheduled.
So that's the next scheduled. I haven't rolled this out yet. I honestly think, now this is live. I'm shooting from the hip. So chat, bear with me here. I might get some friction, whatever. Booby's going home. Hey, Joe, you still be tripping.
Hey, dude.
He is tripping, man. Hey, listen,
I haven't had a drink in over a month. Appreciate the love.
Listen, I think that we should be doing Tuesdays, Thursdays every week, just so we can do it. Can Joe eat a ghost pepper on our next podcast? I challenged it. McDude, I'm not even gonna. I will not consult with Joe. I'm just gonna answer you straight up. Yes, he can. Yes, he can.
That's crazy.
What are the odds with Miss Noodle? Hold on, Franklin. Count it down. Joe, what do you want?
All right, let's go. Give us a number,
10.
Joe.
I'll do 1 out of 10.
1 out of 10 for Joe eating a ghost pepper. Appreciate it, Bobby. Appreciate it. We're going to count down this motherfucker real quick.
Right, well, are you doing a big number? No. Are we doing the big number?
How would you just say a fucking number? Dude, this is a ghost pepper we're talking about.
You said 10, motherfucker. I heard you. No take backs in this shit.
1 out of 10. Big number, not 2 digits. We're going to fucking get it, all right?
Yeah. All right, let's fucking go. So, I'm just going to rephrase it. And then, McNew, when you hear the countdown, put your number in the chat, type it. So, Joe, what are the odds that you eat a ghost pepper on the next podcast? Say your fucking number, you fucking jackass.
gotta count to 3.
Bitch, say a number. I asked you a fucking question.
You gotta say 3, 2, 1. You fucking bum.
3, 2, 1.
Y'all are fucking retarded. I'm gonna ask you again. Listen to me, you drunk bastard. What are the odds of you doing? What are the odds of you eating a fucking ghost pepper on the next podcast?
Okay.
110, right?
1 out of 10. So, with that being said, thank you, fucking Stream. 3, 2, 1.
7. Come on, Joe. Come on, Joe.
Nice try. Dude, you fucking told me how much that ghost pepper hurt you.
No, it's not bad.
No, stop. Look at the fucking camera and tell you that was the fucking bag.
Nude said 3. Nude said 3.
No. No subs, no celeb shots, nothing like that. Come on.
Nude said 3.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, listen, man, we need a
Paul,
nude
you
pepper.
better get on because we got a fucking quads to run in a fucking minute.
Listen, okay, so fellas, I think we're getting towards the end of here. We're an hour and a half deep. We've gone over some good content. Let me ask you, Frank, did you get the final screen set up, or do you want me to rip it up right now?
Yeah, I have it, bro.
You have it?
Yeah, most stuff.
Okay. So we went over basically what it's like to go through Navy Court. I just want to let everyone to know here, Joe had gone through what I would consider the worst, right? He had gotten a other than honorable discharge, right? OTH. So it's not the dishonorable, but it's kind of the step below. This motherfucker is making so much fucking dough delivering packages, it would drive you people wild. He works his fucking ass off. We started this stream at 10 p.m. Washington, California time. This motherfucker got home at 9:40 p.m. Okay? This, I don't think I added that right, but you know what I'm saying. This guy,
well, that's okay.
Yeah, it's cool. This guy works his fucking tail off, okay? This motherfucker Franklin, me and Joe, we've been friends from the jump. Franklin, he stayed in our berthing. Basically, he stayed in our big dorm room. Me and Joe were chopping it up one day. Franklin joined our party chat on PlayStation. So he hopped in. We started chopping it up, and it was like we never skipped a beat, right? Like, it was like we literally had seen him the day before. And honestly, it was just amazing. We started chopping it up with him, catching up. How's the family? How's this? And, dude, it was just so cool. You know, I mean, this was some guy that we went on deployment with, right? Like, you're, not to get weird, but like you're going out to war with. You don't know what's going to happen. And we got to connect with them after living with this guy. You know, like, we were more than roommates. Like, if you guys had a roommate in college and you think that's it, that ain't it. I'm going to tell you right now. Like, imagine having a roommate with 30 motherfuckers. And you're sitting in a room where you're on a bunk bed that's 3 tall, or if you sit up 8 inches, you smack your fucking head. That was this cat right here. So we got to all connect, and I mean, dude, that was just the coolest shit in the world. So we all connected within the last few months. We started ripping it. Frank brought us the idea of the podcast, and it was just the coolest shit. So we told some stories about Captain's Mast. Here's where I want to get real serious. This is about mental health. So this ain't going to be no funny shit. This isn't going to be something that I want people laughing at or whatever. Mental health is very, very, very important. I know it's not a thing that is just absolutely exclusive to the military. This encompasses all aspects of life. Me personally, Josiah, Frank, Hobo Frank, we have all had somebody who has been affected, or we've known personally who has lost the battle to mental illness, suicide, wherever the case may be. I know for anyone who's watching this who is in the military and like that's their thing, right? Like watching a military podcast. Listen, man, when your command tells you that your mental health don't matter, when your command tells you that you're being a fucking bitch, you're being a faggot, you want to go seek some mental health, you want to go talk to medical, I'll tell you right now, fuck them. They do not matter because when you get out, you don't have to deal with any of them. Your mental health is the only thing that matters. Once again, I know that I'm getting a little bit serious here. I had one of my best friends of my entire life, like my entire life, let alone the military. I met him in A school when I was in Connecticut, my first year in the military. For the next 3 years, whenever I visited California, I hung out with him on deployments, on underways, whatever the case were. We always kicked it. We kicked it for a weekend at a time. My plan getting out of the military was actually to move to San Diego. I was going to hang out with them. We were going to live together. And long story short, he had lost his battle to mental health and he had committed suicide. And it was a tough thing to deal with. And I think the biggest thing is he was kind of on the same. So he was in submarines with me. He had gotten out. And he didn't get the opportunity to really reach out to some mental health avenues. And the military, even going to medical, right? Like if you're throwing up, you're sick, they tell you, fuck you, you're being a pussy, go to work. Dude, stop it. I just want to say, stop it, stop it, stop it. It ain't that deep. If you're dealing with some shit, go to fucking medical. You want to know why? Because your boss who thinks he's top shit, who's telling you, oh, don't go to fucking medical, bro. You're being a pussy. We need you today. When you get out of the military, you ain't going to talk to him. Go to medical. Go to fucking medical. Bro, listen. These motherfuckers are going to drag you down. I know I'm getting deep here. Mental health is the only thing that matters. I know we touched base on it at the beginning of the show. We have a Discord, right? If you guys want to reach out, text us, email, phone call, live chat, up on Call of Duty, play the forest. I don't give a fuck, dude. Shoot us a message, man. We're here.
Most definitely.
There's nothing more important than mental health. I know I'm going on a tangent here. Joe and Frank can both preach this until the fuck cows come home. There's absolutely nothing more important than mental health. I've known more people who have killed themselves in the last 5 years than I even care to explain. I know people who are in this chat, people who are on our podcast have had their own issues, right? This shit is so ungodly important. There's nothing wrong. Dude, you're going through some shit. There's nothing wrong with that. Listen, man, whether it's something simple, right? You fucking stub your toe, your girl's been fucking tripping on you, your kids are going crazy, the dogs are barking too much, and you're having a little shit going on. That's okay, and we all been through it. You got something crazier going on? You had a recent family member who passed. You're dealing with a divorce. Whatever the case is, I get it. It's okay. Listen, all I want to do is shed some light here. Us three, me, Joe, and Frank, we're here for you guys.
Most definitely.
There's also a mental health hotline for suicide prevention. I can't recommend it enough. If you guys are going through some shit, especially if you're a male in the military who feels like you just don't have an avenue to reach out to, call the fucking number. What do you got to lose? You know, you don't feel comfortable texting one of us two. You don't want to stay up. You don't want to play Call of Duty. That's cool. Call the fucking number, man. Sit on the phone for half hour, 20, 30, 40, 6 hours. These people are going to stay on the phone with you all fucking night. I know I'm going on a tangent, man. Get on the fucking phone. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you. I know we're sitting here, we're bullshit, we're ragging on each other. Listen, man, if you're going through some shit, I don't fucking know you, I don't know your story. Give me a jingle. I'm going to sit on the phone with you 6 a.m. Okay? I will sit here and fucking talk to you all night long about what's actually going on. And I know you're thinking, like, dude, this is some fucking idiot saying some shit. Listen, I don't care if we have 2 followers or 2 million followers. I'm going to talk to you. Because at the end of the day, I wish more than anything, I ain't going to get too deep in it before I start bawling my eyes out. I wish my boy would have called me.
Yeah.
I'm about to pass it off before I start crying.
Most definitely, and I'll take that mic from you, Shreen.
Please
man,
do.
It's just real shit, man. Everybody goes through it, and everybody deals with it in their own way. We're here, you know, it's an entertainment platform, but we're most definitely here for the people. if you guys want to fucking hit us up for whatever fucking reason, we are fucking here. We are. It's a fucking avenue, and I deal with my own mental shit. I'm pretty sure these guys deal with everybody dealing with their own mental shit, whether that's major or minor. Man, don't deal with that shit alone, because guess what? At the end of the day, when you close your eyes, if you're dealing with that shit alone, it's gonna eat you alive. We are here. We're begging you. If you deal with anything, you don't have to deal with anything fucking alone. And that's rather, like Stream said, that's coming to us, that's calling the hotline, that's hitting your family up, that's hitting a fucking stranger up. We don't give a fuck. Don't deal with that shit alone. Because at the end of the day, as human beings, only thing we got is each other. Everybody will be fucking missed by somebody. I promise you that. But we're gonna get our closing statements, and I'm gonna do a raid. So just hang in there with us, and I just want to say also appreciate everybody from dropping in the chat, dropping a follow, showing us love. It's our first episode. We had an amazing turnout. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. It's just like a dream coming true, because it's nothing better than being able to touch people. And that's all this is about, We're going to crack some loves. We're going to crack some laughs. And it's going to be that.
Hey, man. Listen, fellas, ladies, whoever's watching us, I know we got 7 people viewing in right now. I just want to say thank you. I mean, truly from the bottom of my heart. I mean, we're 3 cats who just came from the military together. We play video games. We stream. You guys, you hit the page, you see that. I'm Tatted Cactus. This is Hobo Applesauce. We got Trackstar 88 here. We're all guys who are streaming. We're playing some video games, chopping it up, enjoying each other's company. I appreciate you guys sitting here, listening to our ideas, listening to us sit on a soapbox essentially and preach. I know we get a little emotional here at the end. It's something that I care about deeply. I know Track, I know Joe, we all care about this deeply. I mean, that's all that's important. But I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my fucking heart for you guys to sit here on a Tuesday night and hop in. You guys are the shit, man.
Most definitely, man.
For you guys to sit here and comment some shit. Like, dude, I'm sitting here and put myself on mute so I don't laugh my fucking ass off and disrupt Track or Joe from telling a fucking story. You guys are the shit, man.
You guys make me that fucking keyboard though, huh?
I can't mute the keyboard, man. I try to, but my brain ain't that good at smashed potatoes up top. So I try my best. Yeah. But you guys, honestly, you guys are funny as fuck. Joe's eating a ghost pepper for the next stream. He doesn't have a choice. He's eating a ghost pepper. He's eating 12 glizzies. We got it already. He already agreed to it. He sent me a contract. Don't listen to him. I know he's trying to cut me off. But thanks. I mean, you guys are the shit, man. Thanks for listening to me. We're going to put up a little mental health thing at the end. If you guys want to stay for that, please. If you guys need someone to talk to, call it. Call me, call Track, call Joe. We're about to hop in some fucking Call of Duty. We're going to run this shit to the AM, baby. I'm on some Midwest time. I'm soapboxing right now. We're approaching 2 hours. I know we're coming to a close. Joe, I want to pass this off to you. What do you got to say, man? I mean, let us bring us home and then pass it off to Track.
Hey, yeah, I really appreciate you guys coming in the comments tonight. You guys were a great instrumental part to the show. And, man, just so much love shown there. And really, I can't advertise much about how this really means a lot. This ending of the show, there's been a lot of us through life, through the Navy, through the military that have thought about, hey, how much we really hate our lives in the military. We really want to change what's going on. Want to change how the projection of our life is going. And I mean, I'm not gonna try and stay on no fucking higher tier than you guys, but I changed that, dude. I was ready to fucking end it all, like I said in the beginning of the stream. And I'm here today. I'm here to be able to talk to you guys, be able to converse with you guys, tell you guys about my stories, tell you guys about where I'm at in life now, and I'm just so happy to be able to be here and be able to talk to you guys about real life and about the military, about what you might end up going through in the military as well. So I really appreciate these guys in front of me. I really appreciate Surreal TV. Please go hit him a follow. He's the guy who entered the track in the beginning. So, and Mr. Noodle TV, she did a lot of our work. Um, we really appreciate the fuck out of our people that helped us really get this to fruition at the end. So I'm just gonna keep it short and sweet. Love you guys. Appreciate the chat and keep following. Keep on telling people about us. We'll be back in 2 weeks at the latest.
At the latest.
At the latest. We're gonna be back before then, like Track said earlier. We got some milestones to meet. But yeah, hey, really appreciate you guys. Back to you, Sterling.
No.
Back to me,
Thanks
big
so
dog.
much. Bring it to Track, baby. Track, when you're done, bring it back to me. I got a closing statement, but let's take us home, baby.
Most definitely, man. Once again, man, I kind of want to pick off what these guys just said, man. Everybody that's in this chat right now, everybody that's watching, everybody that dropped a follow, you guys are our day fucking ones. Regardless if this stream never gets past fucking 10 views, whatever follows we're at right now, we appreciate it more than you guys know, because at the end of the day, yeah, we're cracking these jokes, we're telling our life stories, telling our experiences in the military. This shit is therapy for us too, because at the end of the day, we're all people, and we gotta goddamn be able to spread love, man. It's all about love. Like Joe said, I do want to call attention to the people that helped us throughout this process. Miss Noodles, she's in the chat. We got Surreal TV he's in the chat. Miss Noodle is behind all this overlay that you guys are seeing. Surreal TV, perfect fucking song, and 2 fucking days, I might add. Just show everybody love, man. And at the end of the day, we're gonna remember these day ones that's in our chat right now. Like I said, regardless if, like String said, regardless if we had fucking 10 views or fucking 10 million views, we're here for the people. We're gonna remember all our day ones, and that's gonna be our rock right there. And I appreciate everybody from stopping in. When String get done with this, what it's gonna close with, I'm gonna go to an ending scene. Just hold on for a minute, because we're gonna go. We're gonna share the love, man, because that's all this shit is about, sharing the love. We're gonna raid to somebody, and that's basically just showing love to somebody else's chat. So when we raid, just join it. Just drop a chat in there real quick. Even if you don't want to stay, just drop a chat. Be like, just coming from the Surreal podcast, it doesn't have to be much, or just a hi. Even if you don't stay. But this is gonna be a community we build from the bottom up. I love you guys. I'm gonna push it to stream.
I appreciate it, man. Listen, we got 8 people watching right now. I just want to say, you guys, the shit. Thanks so much. This is day 1. We're talking from the heart at this point. I know there ain't no donations coming through. You guys can look at the stream and see that. I just wanted everyone to know, it's kind of an unofficial thing, but we're going to be putting donations that we get. We're putting a percentage of that through to Wounded Warriors. We're putting a percentage of that through to St. Jude's Children's Hospital. We're putting a percentage of that through to mental health. Cat Star says I donated. Listen,
let me talk on that for a second. Our donation right now is going through a process, because we have to go through like a business PayPal thing, just to keep our financials private, because you never know what type of people out there. There's crazy people out there, So we had to get a business PayPal, and that's just going through a process. So just bear with us. We appreciate the donation, Cat.
For sure.
From the bottom of my heart.
Appreciate you.
From the bottom of these guys' heart, like String said, all the proceeds, we're gonna have a percentage going out to charities, because we're not in this shit for the money. It's the community that thrives, and we're gonna fucking build off of that. But I'm gonna send it back to you, String. Sorry for the cutoff, brother.
No, you're straight, man. I appreciate it. I mean, as Track said, like, dude, the donations and shit. I mean, I can't appreciate that shit to the highest, man. Like, anybody, like, all three of us, we give to charities and shit. We all give to individual charities. Like, I give to St. Jude. I know people here give to Wounded Warrior. I know people give here to the mental health for military members, whatever the case is. Like, so whatever you guys are putting your money towards, I just want you to know, like, listen, man, I know it'd be cool for us to have some cool shit. But we're gonna focus on the shit that I think is important first, that Track thinks is important first, that Joe thinks is important first. That's just taking care of people, man. Like,
Most
whether it's
definitely.
kids who are going through cancer, whether that's families who are going through losing a wounded warrior in the military, whatever the case is, that's where we want to put our money first. And I know this ain't a monetization thing. Listen, man, if you guys want to donate, I can't appreciate it more. If you guys just want to tune in and get a good laugh, I can't appreciate that more either.
Most definitely,
Right?
man.
Like, if you guys want to hop on in, you want to get somebody to talk to, here we fucking are. Listen, man, the group of us three, listen, man, if you can't tell, these are three motherfuckers who are going to keep it a buck, right? You guys are talking about some stupid shit. You guys want to hear somebody who gives you a laugh, whatever the case is, here it is, man. But I mean, dude, you guys are the shit. Like, dude, we've been out here for 2 hours. You guys want to sit here and chop it up with us? You guys want to hear about mental health in the military? You want to hear about where donations are going? I mean, dude, we can't fucking appreciate it enough, right? We're gonna try to get on here more than every other couple weeks.
Sure.
My goal personally would be Tuesdays and Thursdays. I haven't chopped it up with the group, so we're gonna figure that out, and we'll get back out to you guys. But I mean, dude, you guys are just fucking. You guys are the shit, man. Like, it's just such a cool avenue to be able to talk to people about mental health with the military. It's a cool avenue to be able to shed light on what the military is, and we're gonna open it up very vastly, very widely as far as like what food is in the military, what it means to pick your job in the military, benefits, pros, cons, and joining the military. You name it. You guys put some shit in the chat. We're here to help you. I'm going to give you as much knowledge as I can. And if I don't know the answer, I'm going to research the answer. I'm going to tell you what, 9 times out of 10, if I don't know the answer, Joe or Frank do. These motherfuckers are on their shit. So listen, I know we're cutting here towards the end. We got like 2 minutes left to hit 2 hours. It's been a long podcast. I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I know these two cats are thinking the same thing. I mean, these guys, if you look at them, look at these fellas. They're ear to ear right now.
Hey, big thanks for sure.
They got smiles like the Joker and the Batman. You know what I'm saying? So thank you, every single motherfucker who tuned in here today. You guys are the shit. I can't appreciate you enough. Like I said, man, even if you ain't donating, if we're getting any type of revenue off this, and 6 years from now, even, I'm dead fucking serious. 6 years from now, this shit is going to a charity.
Yeah.
Listen, man, I work. I'm a motherfucker. I'm a full-time employee. My money, I want to put towards a better cause, and that's what these two cats here want to do as well. So
100%.
Thank you guys to the fucking highest. We're about to split out of here. I'm gonna be on my own stream. These two cats are gonna be on their own stream. We're probably gonna hop on some Call of Duty, have some more laughs. If you guys want to join in, listen, contribute, we appreciate you guys. If not, thanks so fucking much for joining the ship. We're gonna be back here again at the latest next Tuesday, possibly even sooner than that. We'll put some shit out. Give us a follow. We'll make sure to reach out and give you guys some info. Joe, do you got anything else before we go?
I know. Once again, I really just wanted to touch on that. It's important to us. It really is. There's definitely a few of us. There's plenty of people that we know that wouldn't be here today without talking to a few people, without really being open with their situation. So I'm just very thankful that that we're here today. That all three of us are able to talk about this. Once again, hey, appreciate you guys listening in. There's a lot of bullshit. There's a lot of great stories too. We've got our own stories. We're going to continue this as the weeks go on, as the days go on. Like String said, hopefully we can get on sooner than the following Tuesday. We're going to try and meet some milestones, like Track said, and we're gonna be on here, so please keep tuning in. You guys are fucking real. I appreciate the chat tonight. You guys are really a great part of the show. So thank you so much.
So I'm just gonna take the chat over. Like I said, this shit is all about a community. Bear with us with the raid. I have no idea what their content is about, but positive can never be a downfall, So I'm gonna start a raid. Like I said, just join it. Just drop a hashtag swear like a sailor, because at the end of the day, that helps bring more people to join our community by joining other communities, and it's all about love, man. So I'm gonna start a raid. Just join it. Drop a fucking little hey, this is who we are, or this is where we came from, and just from there.
Amen. Hey, listen, ladies and gentlemen, this is Swear Like a Sailor, episode 1. We're going to hit this raid hard, like Track said. Thank you guys, and we are going to see you shortly. That's okay. Hey,
We're having some technical difficulties.
We still live, baby.
We still live. Like Joe said, I'm having some technical difficulties.
You guys are great, man.
Hey, man, you did incredible, bro. Thank you for hosting, big dog.
No, you two did incredible. Listen, man, I think we're gonna do some great things for some charities in the future. I really do, man. I'm very, very, very into that shit, and I think you guys are going to shed some light on some wonderful charities, and I just can't say thank you enough. You guys are the shit. Joe, I will be honest, please don't ever wear a white tee again. Your shoulders are a little bit broader than mine, and I can't deal with that competition, so please don't do that.
I want to say something, man. I want to say, like, Joe, why in the fuck do you sound like Mike Tyson?
Which one?
Joe sounds like fucking Mike Tyson.
I mean, look at this guy. He looks like Iron Mike, baby. Look at them shoulders.
So
this guy's wider than a Mack truck.
So I guess
delivering fucking chicken eggs in 2023.
Most definitely.
So get in the gym a little bit, man.
I will let you guys know that we're having some technical difficulties on Twitch side. It's not letting us raid, but I appreciate everybody for standing by and pushing through us. We most definitely gonna support our causes. That's mental health all the way around. That's community. That's love. That's everything positive. So we're gonna end up ending the stream. We had a pre-built end stream ending soon scene, and it's not loading in. But like I said, I just want to appreciate everybody for stopping by.
Hey, can everybody hear me still?
I will play the song again.
Hold on. Can everybody hear me? So,
yeah.
Okay, listen. Before we go, I know we had our own little system and shit for ending the stream, like Track said, having some little bit of technical difficulties. I just wanted to share this. The suicide prevention hotline. This shit is hot. If you guys don't want to call one of us three, the number is going to be 1-800-273-TALK 8255. Once again,
talk.
Listen, I'm going to show you guys. Suicide prevention hotline. 1-800-273-TALK. I'm telling you guys, I don't give a fuck how cool you think you are. If you think you're above that shit, if it's embarrassing, call that fucking number. If you don't call that, text one of us. I'm telling you, I'm on a soapbox tonight, baby. I'm off the sauce. You see this? We're 2 bottles deep tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, the love don't stop. Love train's going. If you guys need to talk to somebody, call that fucking number. They're there for you. Listen, I'm gonna be vulnerable right now. I've called that number. I've been talked off that ledge. I know it sounds crazy. I've been talked off that fucking ledge, and I say it, and I say it, and I say it. I wish some people who were in my phone contacts at the time would have called that fucking number.
Most definitely, bro.
Because that's what they're there for. And they didn't, and instead I'll cry. Because I mean, you got options, baby. You can either call that number and get help, or you can understand that you're gonna have loved ones cry. Yeah. So listen, call that fucking number. That's it. Once again, listen, I know you got your phone out now. I know people are thinking like, wait, what's that number? I'm gonna tell you. It's me. It's String. It's 1-800, baby. 1-800-273-TALK. Now, if you don't know how to work the Cutie keyboard, it's 8255. So 1-800-273-8255. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining our stream. It's String, it's Joe, it's Shrek. You guys are the shit, and I can't wait to see you soon.
Most definitely.
Really love you guys.
So we're going to do a little ass backwards. We're going to go to our starting soon screen. You know, as you guys heard, we have some technical difficulties.
Yeah.
We're having some technical difficulties, but just to show respects to Surreal TV that's been in the chat,
is the shit.
We're gonna play our little theme song, man. We're gonna get it stuck in you guys' head after it plays out. We're just gonna end the stream. Much love. Much love.
Yeah. It's your boy Surreal in the building, baby. How we doing out there tonight, folks? Good. Yeah. I'm feeling good. I hope you're feeling good.
Let me turn this beat up.
A couple of my buddies said they want to start them a little podcast. Okay, let's do it. I say I'm cool with that. Yeah. Starting up the podcast. Let's talk about it. Hopped online and we really had to think about the topics before we started. Really made everything on point before we even got this shit going. Now we on this shit talking about how life been really going. I know it's been a long time since we met up on the ship. Now we really out here just trying to go and be equipped with knowledge and shit that we learned on the way with the life. You know we had to earn every righteous way for a man to learn how to understand what his life meant. And then we found out it's all about love. So we trying to spread that while we talk with the brothers. And now we have to really share with each other, so just hop on and you're going to really find out what it is. Yeah, the politics is nasty, economy is crashing. Man, they say we going to recession soon. So I'm trying to find out how to hold on to mine and hold on to yours till we find home. I'm feeling good, I hope you're feeling good. Just hop on the podcast, yeah. I'm feeling good, I hope you're feeling good. Just hop on the podcast, yeah. I'm feeling good, I hope you're feeling good. Just hop on the podcast, yeah. I'm feeling good, I hope you're feeling good. Just hop on the podcast, yeah. Sit back, relax, they gon' tell their life story and tell you how it really been after they left deployment. I know it get hard sometimes, get tough sometimes, but they had to stay smart. And each of them just played their own part until they found out that them other fucking parts turned to a unit. Now they had to make it. Now we had to talk about it, man, it's amazing. The way we moved on from beginnings. It was hard time, now we talking about the finish line. And we gon' shine every time, so we might as well go and unwind. Yeah, and hop up on the podcast. Take your time, kick back, and you gon' have hella laughs. I tuned in right on time for mine, so you know I gotta come in for the vibes. Nice guys, served in the Navy, out there on them ships, the stories got crazy. But they gon' break it down real smooth. Track, String, and Joe, they showed you what's the move. I'm feeling good, I hope you're feeling good. Just hop on the podcast. Yeah, I'm feeling good, I hope you're feeling good. Just hop on the podcast. Yeah, I'm feeling good, I hope you're feeling good. Just hop on the podcast. Yeah, I'm feeling good, I hope you're feeling good. Just hop on the podcast. Yeah. Hey man, like I said, man, just tune in on the podcast, man. Swear like a sailor. Man, these guys gonna be talking shit.
Entertainment.
Yeah.